Here's the gate to my garden. As we walk in, there's some nasturtium, carrots that didn't grow, beets, radishes, green peppers, a variety of them. They're struggling, but let's see what they do. Some sunflowers behind them. These are different kinds of cantaloupes. And these are two spaghetti squash plants that seem to be doing really well. A little bit of lavender and some more nasturtium. Green beans, they're climbing up their trellis. Some oregano and lavender back there. And there's Hoot, keeping an eye on the chipmunks. Got some more sunflowers that are starting there. Hollyhocks are blooming. These are my yellow squashes, different kinds. Some are doing better than others. There are a couple more spaghetti squashes in there too. And these are the zucchini. And they're starting to get pretty big leaves on them. And I do see some baby zucchinis, if you look carefully, starting to grow. Maybe they're just flowers. And over here we have some basil. A lot of it didn't do well, but I do have some plants that are surviving. And those are my bumblebee cherry tomatoes. And over here I have some eggplant, two different kinds. Some dill in between. Hard to see, but there it is. And some bush cucumbers down here. And these are climbing cucumbers. Some more nasturtium. More cucumbers. There's a cucumber beetle. I'll have to get him later. And two plants, tomato plants that I couldn't give up. I'm not doing so great. Oops, but there is a tomato on that one. And that's a cherry tomato, I believe. And then, there's a little parsley down there too, I skipped over, next to the green peppers. Then we have spinach, which is pretty much done. I put a couple sunflowers in here too. Lots of kale, a golden retriever. There's watermelon in here. We'll see how that does. I've never grown watermelon before. Nasturtium and wildflowers. They just keep coming up every year. And over here is lettuce. It's doing really well. There's some kale thrown in from the lettuce mix I planted. And then over here I have some rainbow chard and some collards. It looks like something's eating the collards. I have to, there's a little caterpillar to go through and get those off later. And this is where I tried to plant more basil, but it didn't last. There's one basil plant. There's some parsley. That purple stuff is orac. It's like a spinach, and I grew it one year and then it just pops up all over the place. And these are called Stonebridge tomatoes. They're kind of slicing tomato. I'm trying for the first time this year. And there's the golden retriever. That's the garden. Thanks for coming along.